Hey guys, welcome back to second grade math. Alright, we have learned so much already this year. We just got done learning about all the different ways that we can add, and now we're ready to start talking about some different ways that we can learn to subtract numbers, which you remember is take away or minus. So we're going to do some strategies to help us subtract. And remember, a strategy is just a way to do it. So I've got lots of different ways that I'm going to teach you that you can subtract. Alright, so looking at this first one, the first way I'm going to teach you to subtract is probably the way that your first grade teachers and your kindergarten teachers taught you. We are just going to count backwards. It's called the count back strategy. If you remember when we added, we did the count up strategy. Now we're just going to count back. So when we do the count back strategy, the large number is going to go in our head, a lot like when we added, but this time instead of counting up, you have to count backwards or count back. So we'd put 10 in our head, 10, and then we'd have to go back 3. 10, 9, 8, 7. So the answer is 7. And I know counting backwards is sometimes it's a little bit tricky, so this is definitely going to take us some practicing. Subtracting is a little harder than adding, but it's okay, we're going to get it. Let's try another one with the count back strategy or the count it back strategy. Alright, so remember that big number goes in your head. 7 is the big number. And remember, since we're subtracting, that means we have to go backwards or go back. So we've got to go 7, and then we're going to have to count backwards from 7. So 7, 6, 5. Oops, why did I put the answer down there? Let's fix that. There we go. 7 take away 2 equals 5. Is the count back strategy that hard? No, not really. It is a little bit tricky sometimes to get used to counting backwards. That is definitely something that takes some practice to get better at. So let's look, we're going to practice. I've got some more that we're going to practice with the counting backwards strategy. First, I'm going to ask you to try it, and then we'll go back over it and we'll see how we did, okay? Alright, so I want you to try and remember, you're putting the big number in your head, and then you're going to count backwards. Remember, we're counting backwards in all these. And I'm going to go ahead and I think I'll do a couple with you just to kind of get you a little bit more practice before I set you loose actually. So let's try this first one. 6 take away 4. There we go. Remember, put 6 in your head. That's the big number, and we got to go back 4. And a lot of times I like to hold up 4 fingers to help me remember that that's how many I have to go back. So 6, and I got to go back 4. I got my 4 fingers up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. 6 take away 4 equals 2. Very good. Alright, 14 take away 6, the same way. I'll put 14 in my head, and then I'm going to hold up 6 fingers, and that helps me remember how many times I have to go back, because remember, we got to go back. So 14, oh, it's a little trickier. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. 14 take away 6 is 8. It does get trickier when we get to kind of bigger numbers, doesn't it? Like I said, counting backwards is definitely something we could practice on. Alright, now that I've helped you, I am going to let you try the next 4 all by yourself. And then when you're ready, you're going to restart the video and we'll check and see how you did. Alright, good luck counting back. Okay, let's go over these and see how you did. Alright, 10 take away 7. I put 10 in my head, and I'm going to go back 7. I held up those 7 fingers to help me remember. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Did you get 3? Alright, you can always fix it if you need to. Alright, 8 take away 4. Remember, 8 goes in your head, and I'm going to hold up those 4 fingers to help me go back. 8, got to go back 4. 7, 6, 5, 4. Very good. Remember, the big number goes in your head. That's not where you start when you start counting back. Big number goes in your head and you start the next number. That's sometimes what confuses us. Alright, 11 take away 3. So 11 goes in my head and I hold up 3 fingers. 11 is in my head, so 11, and then 10, 9, 8. Very good. 11 take away 3 is 8. And then 5 take away 2. I can put 5 in my head, and I just got to go back 2. So 5, 4, 3. 5 take away 2 is 3. How'd you do on the count it back strategy? Okay. Very good. Remember, we are learning these strategies because just like when we subtract, it's going to be really hard to hold up those fingers and try to take them away. Especially like on one like 14, take away 6 here. You don't have 14 fingers. So you can't even hold up 14 fingers. You can only hold up as many fingers you've got. So holding up our fingers and taking them away is just not a good strategy anymore for us in second grade. We needed to learn some new ways.